Windows 11's market share rises as Windows 10's support nears end. Written by Liquid Ocelot. It's hard to believe that Windows 10, an operating system that still feels relatively modern to many, will be turning 10 years old this year and reaching its end of life in October. Time flies in the tech world. Microsoft has a policy of supporting its Windows versions for a decade, 5 years of general support with updates and improvements, followed by 5 years of essential security updates. After that, they encourage users to upgrade to newer versions to stay protected. This makes sense from a security and resource perspective. Maintaining older versions indefinitely becomes increasingly difficult and costly for Microsoft. By focusing on newer versions, they can ensure better security and dedicate resources to improving current features and developing new ones. For businesses, there's the option to pay for extended security updates, but the cost can be significant. It's usually more practical and cost effective to upgrade to a newer version in the long run. So if you are still running Windows 10, it's time to start thinking about upgrading to Windows 11. While change can be daunting, especially for those comfortable with Windows 10, upgrading is essential for maintaining security and ensuring compatibility with the latest software and technologies. You've hit one on some key reasons why people are hesitant to leave Windows 10. It's been a popular and reliable operating system, and there's definitely some resistance to upgrading to Windows 11. You were right. Many users are concerned about privacy in Windows 11. Microsoft has increased the amount of telemetry data it collects, and there's a perception that Windows 11 is more online and connected to Microsoft services than its predecessor. This, combined with the increased presence of in-shell ads, has made some users wary. The hardware requirements for Windows 11 are another sticking point. The TPM 2.0 requirement in particular has locked out users with older machines that don't have compatible motherboards. While Microsoft argues that this requirement is for security reasons, it's understandably frustrating for those who are forced to upgrade their hardware just to run the latest operating system. These factors have contributed to Windows 10's stickiness. People are hesitant to upgrade to Windows 11 due to privacy concerns, hardware limitations, and general satisfaction with their current operating system. It will be interesting to see how Microsoft addresses these concerns and encourages wider adoption of Windows 11 as Windows 10's end of life approaches. It's interesting to hear that Microsoft is actively enforcing the TPM 2.0 requirement while there have been workarounds. It's not surprising that they're trying to discourage them. After all, their goal is to encourage users to upgrade to newer hardware. The latest market share data from StatCounter is certainly encouraging for Microsoft. Windows 11 has seen a significant increase in adoption, and it's now the most widely used Windows operating system. This suggests that their efforts are having an impact, and more people are choosing to upgrade to Windows 11. It's worth noting that there are still a significant number of users on Windows 10. As Windows 10 nears its end of life, it will be interesting to see how quickly people switch to Windows 11, especially considering the ongoing challenges with hardware compatibility and privacy concerns. Microsoft will likely need to continue to address these issues to encourage wider adoption of Windows 11. It seems like the tide is turning in favor of Windows 11. Even if it's happening gradually, Windows 10 is still holding on with the majority of users, but its decline is evident as Windows 11 continues to its steady climb. It's fascinating to see that Windows 7 still has a significant presence, especially considering it reached its end of life back in 2020. This highlights the challenge Microsoft faces in getting users, particularly large organizations, to upgrade their systems. As you mentioned, many businesses rely on legacy applications and prefer to pay for extended security updates rather than go through the disruption and cost of upgrading their entire infrastructure. The example of the UK's National Health Service using Windows XP for years after its end of life is a stark reminder of this challenge. It's a testament to the inertia that can exist within large organizations when it comes to technology upgrades. It will be interesting to see how Microsoft navigates this transition as Windows 10 approaches its end of life. They'll need to find ways to incentivize upgrades while also supporting those who are unable or unwilling to make the switch immediately. This might involve offering more affordable extended security updates for Windows 10 or providing better tools and resources to help businesses migrate to Windows 11. Trade wars and tariffs on electronics from Asia could make new PCs more expensive, making it harder for users to upgrade. This puts Microsoft and its OEM partners in a tough spot. They want to push Windows 11 adoption, but rising prices could deter potential upgraders, especially in a time of economic uncertainty. On top of that, the race to integrate AI features into consumer products adds another layer of complexity. Companies are still figuring out how to best implement and market these features, and the added cost of AI development could further drive up prices. This creates a challenging landscape for Microsoft and the PC industry. They need to balance the push for Windows 11 adoption and the realities of rising costs and evolving consumer expectations around AI. It will be interesting to see how they navigate these challenges and what strategies they employ to encourage upgrades without pricing users out of the market. Perhaps we'll see more aggressive bundling of Windows 11 with new PCs, or maybe Microsoft will offer incentives or discounts to encourage upgrades. They might also focus on highlighting the value proposition of Windows 11, particularly its AI capabilities, to justify the higher cost.